Hey, Dr. McNamara here at McLaughlin Care, currently in the sauna at McLaughlin Care. So I'm coming at you for another Wellness Wednesday so I can tell you the great benefits that the sauna has for our bodies. So I want to start by just mentioning that there's been many studies that look at longevity in organisms, and you can see in certain studies that look at worms as well as different species of fly that heat can actually increase their lifespans from up to 15% or more. Now, another study I want to talk about is a study that was done on humans. Now, this is an ongoing population-based cohort study on middle-aged Finnish men from Finland, that use the sauna at various frequencies. Now, what I really like about this study is it shows the difference of using sauna 2 to 3 times a week versus 4 to 7 times a week. Now, what they notice is that those individuals that use the sauna 2 to 3 times per week were actually 27% less likely to die from age-related illnesses such as cardiovascular disease. That's a lot. Furthermore, what's even more interesting is the individuals that use the sauna 4 to 7 times per week actually had a 50% less likelihood to die from cardiovascular related causes. That's huge, people. Sauna can benefit our health, and it's a passive treatment that is very easy to do. So how does this work? Well, it starts by just increasing your core temperature, and this is going to cause us to sweat. As we start sweating too, it's also going to increase our heart rate by about 60 to 70%, anywhere from 100 to like 150 beats per minute. It's also, when we do this, about 50 to 70% of our blood is actually going to get introduced to our skin. We're going to get more blood flow into our skin, and that's going to increase the plasma volume of our blood as well. So, other cool things it does, it can actually increase our production of beta endorphins, and that's actually our endogenous opioid system. So another thing sauna does that's not very well known is it helps with pain, symptoms of pain. It can really improve it. And it also increases our production of norepinephrine, which improves our attention, our cognitive function, and is also associated with improving symptoms of depression. For cardiovascular disease, it has a multitude of factors. For one, it's going to reduce your blood pressure. It's going to do this by vasodilating those blood vessels to our skin, like I mentioned earlier. It's also going to improve our endothelial function. Now, our endothelium is that innermost layer of our blood vessels that's responsible for dilation and constriction. And sauna use just helps the regulation of it, so it becomes more efficient over time. It also is going to improve our left ventricular function. So our left ventricle of our heart is the major chamber of our heart in which pumps blood throughout the rest of our body in order to give our tissues oxygen. And it's also going to reduce markers of inflammation, such as highly sensitive CRP, things that we see in our lab results when we're taking labs on patients. What's also really, really cool about sauna is it's really good for brain health. Now, it does this by increasing what's known as BDNF. It's called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This stuff is pretty much miracle grow for your brain. It stimulates neurogenesis so you can build different neurons and improve your neurological plasticity. So improve cognitive function, it can improve your sleep, your mood, and a whole multitude of mental aspects. Now, it also is very important, and this is particularly for those that have that APO4 gene. It's really good at preventing Alzheimer's disease. It actually improves blood flow to our brain, which helps clears out those beta amyloid plaques that we tend to accumulate over time, especially those with that gene predisposition, me being one of them. So some of the mechanisms that this works on is heat shock proteins. Now, these proteins are produced in response to extreme heat, and what they do is they actually reduce inflammation in the body, and they help, refold misfolded proteins and help degrade proteins that aren't functioning properly. Now, these are expressed through different genes. There's a gene called NRF2. It's a transcription factor that increases these proteins, as well as FOXO3, which is a transcriptional regulator, which is known to increasing human lifespan. And it also improves on other inflammatory markers. So Those individuals that you guys want to improve your health, you want to feel better, you want less pain, you want to improve your cognitive function, you want your heart health to be better, and even your athletic endurance, it's been shown to improve. Come out, make an appointment with us, and we can schedule for a sauna visit. Especially get in before it gets too hot as the summer starts approaching, because it's not going to be as easy to enjoy the sauna once we get into that extreme heat. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week for Wellness Wednesday.